March Madness is almost here, and it's one of the best times of the year. If you love college basketball, it's got everything. It's got upsets, Cinderella stories, a whole lot of tradition, and just some amazing basketball overall. And hopefully, my Maryland Terrapins are going to do well, but if history has shown us anything, they probably won't, and it's going to be a disappointing tournament again for all Terrapin fans. But March Madness does have some interesting similarities with investing. So here are a few lessons that we can apply from March Madness into the world of investing. So the first lesson is you have to forget perfection and you have to position yourself strategically. The odds of filling out the perfect bracket are astronomical, so much so that in previous years, Warren Buffett actually made $1 billion bet that there would be no perfect brackets. And statistically, he was fine because it was almost an impossibility to have a perfect bracket. And this is so similar to investing where you're never going to find the perfect investment. You're never going to find the perfect portfolio. All you can do is position yourself in the best possible way to try to get some favorable outcomes. And so when you pick your bracket or you pick your investments, success comes from focusing on what you can control. Focus on things like how much you're investing, where you're investing, the location of those assets, and also how you're investing, the asset allocation as well. Remember, perfection is impossible, but progress is going to help you out. Lesson number 2 that we can bring from March Madness into investing is not letting past performance dictate future decisions. Last year's tournament is done. Last year's season is done. And using that history to pick your bracket this year is not going to help you because these are brand new teams, brand new players, and brand new situations that they've been facing all season long. We can't look to the past to help us make our March Madness bracket picks, and the same goes for investing. As an investor, it's not a smart choice to think that your best pick in the past is going to be your best pick in the future, or is going to act similarly in any way. A big part of the basketball season, a big part of March Madness can come down to luck, and investing is the same way. And while the teams in the bracket and the asset managers that are managing your investments might be skilled, it may be hard to tell if that past performance was actually skill or actually a bit of luck. In investing, we often see past high performers underperform in years going forward. They may have had really great performance and then they underperform in future years. So don't let history dictate how you're going to make your picks, whether it's March Madness or investing. Lesson number 3. The more you watch, the more drama you can expect. If you're watching every second of the tournament as a live or die moment, things can get pretty dramatic. It can get pretty intense. It may be a little draining as well to watch those games and to see the outcomes play out. The same can be said about keeping a really, really close eye on the market and your particular investments, checking them daily, hourly at some points. The more we watch the market, the more we watch our investments, the higher chance we have of making emotional decisions because we watch it so closely. The great investors detach themselves from the daily performance and from all of the noise and focus on more of what their strategy is than the actual daily outcomes. So enjoy the tournament, enjoy watching your investments grow over time, but don't be watching so intently that it makes you emotional, that it makes you possibly do things that are going to go against what you're trying to accomplish. And when we talk about emotions, lesson number 4 is leave emotions at the door. They don't have a place in your March Madness bracket, and they don't have a place in your investment portfolio. I know this from firsthand experience, being a Maryland Terrapin fan, having the emotional attachment to my school, and always picking them to go farther than they should be going, and farther than they actually do go. And this is true for your investments as well. We may have emotional attachments to particular securities or companies, but we need to leave that emotion at the door. We need a quality decision-making process, a strategy that's going to allow us to figure out what we're solving for and the things that are going to get us there. So again, when you're picking your bracket, when you're picking your investments, forget emotion and work off of a strategy. And the last lesson that we can learn from March Madness and take it to investing is keeping in mind the importance of a great coach. Yes, teams are made up of athletes that go out there, put their bodies on the line, and actually go perform for us. But a lot of their success comes from behind the scenes. It comes from the coaches that put the time and effort into putting their players in the best position to be successful. Without that coach looking at the overall strategy and working with individual players to make them the best version of themselves as possible, those teams would not be achieving what they achieve. They would be underperforming their abilities. And the same can be absolutely said for your investments and your overall finances as a whole. If you have a great coach with you, a financial advisor that can help you get emotion out of the way to figure out a strategy and a process for investing and to keep you on track when things aren't going right and you may have emotional reactions to certain things, that can be a big difference between achieving your goals and not achieving your goals. Being successful and being bounced out of the tournament early. So having a good coach, whether it's on the court or managing your finances, can help take you to that next level, can help you achieve the things that you want to achieve, and can really help you maximize the work that you're putting in. Now, March Madness is fun. It's fun to do with your friends, but obviously it's not on the same level of importance as your finances, as your investment portfolio. If you have questions about your finances, if you're looking for a coach to help take you to the next level, don't be afraid to ask for help. This is your money, this is your life, and you deserve to get the most out of it.